Point 1. Introduction. The general theory of relativity allows an abundant variety of possible universes, including ones in which time has truly bizarre properties. For example, in some universes, the possible trajectory of an observer can loop back upon itself in time to form what is called a closed time-like curve, CTC. In these universes, time travel is possible in the sense that an observer traversing such a curve would return to exactly the same point in spacetime at the end of all her exploring. Such curves and other similarly exotic possible structures illustrate the remarkable flexibility of general relativity with regard to the global properties of spacetime. Earlier theories such as quantum mechanics and special relativity postulate a fixed geometrical and topological spacetime structure. In contrast, GR tolerates a wide variety of geometries and topologies, and these are dynamic rather than fixed ab initio. This toleration does have bounds. Theory imposes weak global constraints. This toleration does have bounds. The theory imposes weak global constraints on possible universes, such as requiring four-dimensionality and continuity, along with local constraints imposed by the basic dynamical laws. Einstein's field equations and the requirements by the basic dynamic laws. Coast field equations and the requirement that locally the spacetime geometry approaches that of the special theory of relativity. But within these bounds flourish an embarrassingly rich collection of possible topologies and geometries that depart quite dramatically from the same structure apparently compatible with our experience. What does the existence of solutions with such exotic structures imply regarding the nature of space and time? Below we will assess different answers to this question before offering our own. But the question itself has to be disambiguated before we can sketch the answers to it. First, what do we mean by the existence of solutions with exotic structures? At the minimum, we require that these are solutions of the field equations of GR, and in that sense, physically possible, models according to the theory. But one recurring theme of the discussion below is that this is a very weak requirement, due to the possibility of constructing designed spacetimes that satisfy the field equations only, in effect, by stipulating the right kind of matter and energy distribution to produce the desired spacetime geometry. Second, much of the discussion below will focus on GR, our best current spacetime theory, but part of the reasons for interest in these solutions is the light their study may shed on the as yet unformulated theory of quantum gravity. So we will also discuss hybrid theories that include quantum effects within GR, and briefly touch upon candidates for a full quantum theory of gravity. Third, our focus below will be on one kind of exotic structure, namely CTCs. We expect that arguments roughly parallel to those below could be run for other kinds of exotic structure. Finally, we hope to isolate the novel consequences of the existence of exotic spacetimes, distinct from other lessons of special and general relativity. One answer to our question simply denies the relevance of exotic spacetime entirely. Some physicists and many philosophers have argued that solutions with CTCs are logically and metaphysically impossible, based on paradoxes of time travel, such as the grandfather paradox. Suppose Coates travels along a CTC and has Grandpa in his rifle sight. Finger at the trigger. Either outcome of this situation seems wrong. Either Coates succeeds in killing Grandpa, preventing the birth of his father and his own conception, or something such as a well-placed banana peel mysteriously prevents Coates from fulfilling his murderous intentions. In chapter 2 below, we will argue that this paradox and others do not show that spacetimes with CTCs are logically incoherent or improbable. What they show instead is that in spacetimes with the CTCs, questions of physical possibility, meaning whether it is possible for goats to kill grandpa, depend upon global features of spacetime. We further argue against the idea that one should rule out exotic structures a priori by imposing stronger restrictions on causal structure than those imposed by general relativity. Chapter 3 reviews ideas of causal structure and general relativity that give content to this debate. A second answer delimits the opposite extreme. On this view, the existence of models with CTCs is taken to imply directly that there is no objective lapse of time according to GR. Coase famously offered an argument for this conclusion based on his discovery of a spacetime with the property that the CTC passes through every point. We will discuss Coase's solution and his arguments based on it in detail in Chapter 4. The problem we will focus on is assessing Coase can be stated more generally if we do not take the exotic spacetimes to be physically viable models for describing the entire universe or particular systems within it. What does their existence reveal regarding the nature of space and time? Our own answer falls between the two extremes. The question proves to be a fruitful and difficult one due to our lack of understanding of the large-scale dynamics of GR and the space of solutions to the field equations. Suppose we allowed that the existence of alternative cosmological models such as Coase that are not viable descriptions of the observed universe does not have direct implications for the nature of time in our universe. We can still ask the following question: what is the nature of time in the class of solutions that are directly accessible from our universe? In the sense that an arbitrarily advanced civilization could reach them by locally manipulating matter and energy. If it were possible to create CTCs via local manipulations in effect to operate the time machine, then we could argue much more directly than Coase against the existence of an objective lapse of time. In Chapter 5, below, we offer a definition of time machines along these lines. However, even if the time machine so defined proves to be impossible, it is tremendously important to understand why it is impossible. Our general approach to this issue is familiar from Coase's 1986 treatment of determinism. Pushing a theory to its limits often reveals a great deal about its content and may lead to refinement of core principles, or even provide stepping stones to further theory. In this case, the proof that TMs are impossible could take the form of delimiting some range of solutions. Two other essays in this volume address these other implications of relativity theory for understanding the nature of time. Savage focuses on the implications of special relativity, and Coase discusses the problem of time and quantum gravity. Of the field equations as physically reasonable and showing that these solutions do not give rise to CTCs or other exotic structures. This way of formulating the problem brings out the parallels with Coase's cosmic censorship conjecture, as we will discuss in Chapter 6. Finally, the vast physics literature on time travel and time machines has been inspired by intriguing connections with quantum field theory and quantum gravity, the topics of Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. Next is Chapter 2, the paradoxes of time travel. We're going to quit here, and we will come back in just 1 minute.